Title: I packed her things and moved on after discovering her disloyalty. She called, and sure enough, her car was parked outside his apartment. I went home, and without a second thought, I began packing up all of her belongings. I didn't want to face her, so I loaded my truck with her stuff. Hello friends. If this is the first time you know my channel, please click the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. Interesting stories are waiting for you to discover. We're back with another advice story, and you've seen the title. Let's dive in. So I kicked her out, and now I need some advice. Here is the story. This is my burner account. I'm a 29-year-old guy, and it's been a few days since I booted my 28-year-old ex-girlfriend out of my life. I'm not heartbroken, actually. I feel relieved. We were together for 2 years, and I was seriously considering proposing. I thought we had a solid relationship with no major issues. But now, I'm left questioning how I could have been so wrong about her. I guess the lesson is, never get rid of the boxes. She moved in with me about 5 months ago. I own my home and she was renting, so we saw this as a way to save for our future together. I was nervous but pleasantly surprised at how well we meshed. I felt closer to her than ever. But over the last month, this essential worker, a girlfriend of mine, started acting off, way more glued to her phone, distant, irritable. I was working from home and figured I was just going stir-crazy, but something didn't sit right. I kept wondering if she was cheating. That gut feeling, ugh. Of course, I asked her if everything was okay, and she just brushed me off, saying I'm fine. Between work calls, I'd scroll through Facebook or Instagram, and there was this one guy she worked with who made me uneasy. His interaction with her posts just seemed too much. With a bit of digging, I figured out where this guy lived, and decided I'd drive by if she ever called to say she was working late. Well, she did call, and yep, her car was right there in front of his place. I lost it. I was so furious and hurt, I went home and started packing up all her stuff. I didn't want to see her, so I filled my truck with her belongings, drove over to his apartment, and packed her car to the brim. No space left, not even in the driver's seat. I took her garage remote, left her car keys with a note that said, "Have a nice life. I don't tolerate cheaters," and then deadbolt my house. I went to my parents' place and blocked her on everything. It felt good. I went by the house today to grab the mail, and there was a letter on the door. It said, "This isn't what you think," and went on to criticize my maturity, saying I handled things poorly. Oh yeah, she's going to lie because I didn't actually catch them in the act or find incriminating messages. 3:28, she'll say, "It's not what you think, we were just talking or just having tea late at night." At least she's staying with a female friend now, according to her letter. I need advice on what to do next. I can't think of any reason she'd lie about working late unless there was something to hide. I'm tired of staying at my parents' and plan to head back home tomorrow. I'm sure she'll keep trying to come around. Please tell me if I'm losing it. Here's my take, 100% no, you're not losing it. Don't think that just because you've been stuck at home you're imagining things. You were around her more, and you started noticing stuff you might have missed before. You followed your gut, and she called in late, but was at another guy's place. Even if they were just drinking tea or something, she lied to you. That's a big no-no. You'll never trust her again. If you let her back in, you'll constantly wonder, is she lying? It's not worth your peace of mind. She lied, and that's more than enough reason to do what you did. You did nothing wrong and you're not crazy. She's going to keep lying unless this guy admits they were involved, which might never happen. And even then, she might still deny it. She's going to keep lying, but the longer you stay apart, the more likely she'll end up with him. It's clear she was seeing him behind your back. She lied about working late but was at his place, that's all you need to know. You did the right thing, and there's nothing wrong with it. Props to you. Let's check out the comments. Someone said, "Dude, you didn't lose it, and kudos for acting fast." Many people would take years to do what you did. Always trust your gut. Absolutely. I'm glad you didn't wait and took action right away. Don't think you're crazy just because you were in love and wanted to marry her. She obviously didn't feel the same way, and she's trying to gaslight you into thinking you're the one who's wrong. Another comment mentioned that while you were right, this kind of action should follow 100% proof of infidelity. But come on, she lied about working late and was at another guy's place. That's enough for me. They added that even if you're right, she'll always deny it, causing you to second-guess yourself. Exactly, that's why you need to stay away from her. She'll keep gaslighting you, making you question yourself. One person said, "It's not what you think, sure it isn't." Way to be decisive. Get an STD test, cheaters lie and they lie a lot. Ignore her and live your best life. Spot on. Don't be surprised if her friends start reaching out to you. Someone else pointed out how suspicious it is when a guy she's never mentioned is suddenly all over her social media. You were smart to be wary. You found out where he lived, and she lied about where she was. That's more than enough to end things. Another comment said, she lied about working late and was at a coworker's place without your knowledge. If she wasn't doing anything wrong, why didn't she tell you? Exactly, if she's lying, she's hiding something. Someone else said, just brilliant, man. They always come up with a cover story. They'll beg and plead, but they don't mean a word of it. They'll carry on with their affair partner like nothing happened. Yep, she's still messing with him. They're probably together now. You caught her in a lie, and that's all the proof you need. Now, block her and move on. Don't look back. Another person said, it could have been worse if you stayed. You might have ended up raising his child. Just in case you start doubting yourself, Google the pick me dance, that's gold. You did a great job not falling into the trap of reconciliation. You'll be fine without her. You were doing fine before her and you'll be fine after her. You own your house, you're handling your business. She moved in with you and then betrayed your trust. She's no longer your problem. One commenter said, I respect your decisive action. She lied about where she was and what she was doing. Trust your gut, you know what she was doing. The only response she deserves is silence. Wow. Hold on, let me check if there's an update. Yep, there's an update. Let's check it out. So the first one says she showed up. After staying at my parents' place, I decided to leave a letter taped to my door. It was heartfelt and emotional, detailing how she broke my heart, how I was planning to propose, and how I envisioned our future together. I closed by saying I prayed I was wrong and that she could somehow prove it was all a misunderstanding, though I knew that wasn't the case. I asked her to respect my space and let me heal. This morning, the letter was gone, and I'm relieved I didn't have to see her. You're relieved she got the letter, but deep down, you're hoping she'll spin some story to convince you she wasn't cheating. Come on, man. She lied about working late, remember? Let's check out his other update. The next update is a kick to the curb update. Here's hoping you stayed strong. Thank you all for supporting me through this. It's been tough, but with each passing day, I feel more confident in my decision. After about a week, one of her friends called me, fishing for information. It seems my ex was pretty upset, but her friend didn't know the full story. I told her what happened, and she was sympathetic and understanding. Over the next few days, I got more calls and texts from her friends, some just checking in, others asking what happened. It seems the word is out. Last week, a friend told me my ex moved back home. Her temporary living situation wasn't working and her job was unstable. She's now 2 hours away, so I won't have to deal with her anymore. She hasn't tried to contact me. I also unblocked her number and social media, not that I'm hoping for her to call, I just don't want to hide behind anything. Come on, man. You're not fooling anyone. You unblocked her because you're hoping she'll contact you. You're still waiting for her to lie and tell you it was all a misunderstanding. She's shown you she's not worth your time. Move on. One commenter called you out, saying it's a mistake to unblock her. You should block her and delete her number. Someone else said, your future happiness depends on not having her in your life. She's dead to you. Whatever happens to her now isn't your concern. Focus on your own future. Absolutely. Another comment pointed out that her friends knew what happened, and she didn't want to admit to them that she was cheating. That's why they were fishing for information. You replied, saying you're sure she didn't tell them the real reason. Maybe, but that doesn't matter now. She's gone and you should be too. Block her and her friends. Focus on yourself. Someone said they were looking forward to an update and congratulated you on moving on. On that note, let me know your thoughts on this story in the comments. Crazy stuff? If you ask me, he's still waiting for her to come crawling back. That's not good. Move on and focus on yourself. Guys, let me know what you think, and I'll catch you in the next one.